It just hurts right now. Just I'm constantly seeing it. This is gonna be forever. This is not a one time thing. It's gonna last forever, and it's hurt constantly. It hurts a lot. You know, I grew up with him. That was my oldest brother. I love him. I'm never gonna get my brother back.
So what you just saw there was a CNN interview with Philonise Floyd. He is the brother of George Floyd, the man whose life was taken by police in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And a lot of the protests you've been seeing stem from that police action against Floyd, against the Floyd family. And that is an extremely tearful and powerful moment from Philonise there, from Mr. Floyd, outlining how George is never, ever going to come home. Nothing can change that. He is gone forever. A family, friends, loved ones, communities, co-workers, everyone. They've lost someone they have loved and will love for the rest of their lives, but will never see again. That's the centerpiece here. If you lose that thread, you've lost the story. This is about a man who lost his life and the people left behind to pick up the shattered pieces. And you're hearing a lot of discussion right now around Target. How a lot of white people, a lot of white conservatives, and even some white moderates, the white moderates that Martin Luther King warned us about, basically saying that the bigger story here is that some Target stores got roughed up. Some Target stores were quote unquote looted, and that's the story. Not violent police action, not yet another loss of a black man's life that didn't need to happen. It's about some stores and some property. And that's a mask off moment. That's 100% a mask off moment. It's always been the case that the police are more interested and are centered around the protection of property of the rich and wealthy and well-connected than the protection of lives, especially the lives of those deemed disposable. Black men maybe more than anyone else. There are other groups affected, but maybe that group more than any other. And we saw that here, and we've seen that in cities all over the United States, and frankly, in many countries all over the world. This is not exclusively an American problem. This is a global problem. Throughout Canada, I know this to be a problem. There's a recent story in Toronto affecting a young black woman with similar suspicious circumstances. This is not about property. Property can go screw itself for all I care. This is about people's lives. And the CNN interviewer asks Mr. Floyd about this in the interview, and I want to play that part of the clip.
People had to film that. People had to see that. People pleaded for his life. Kids, I know they were out there seeing this. Nobody wanted to witness that. Nobody. Nobody should have to witness that. And I understand, and I see why a lot of people doing a lot of different things around the world. I don't want them to lash out like that, but I can't stop people right now because they have pain. They have the same pain that I feel. I want everything to be peaceful, but I can't make everybody be peaceful. I can't. It's hard.
So what you can see there is he wants justice. He wants these police officers to face personal legal consequences, to face the justice system, to potentially be arrested and tried for what they did. That it's not enough for them to have lost their jobs. It's not enough. They need to face severe consequences, and they have not yet, and they might not end up facing those consequences, given how often the police have been protected from the impunity that they levy against black men and against other marginalized populations. That's the simple truth here, 100%. And when he's asked about how, shouldn't people be protesting more peacefully, he personally says he wants things to be more peaceful, but he understands that not everyone can do that. That in this situation, not everyone has the luxury of peaceful protest. And right now, in Minneapolis, in other cities across the United States, and in many places around the world, peaceful protest is not always an option. And the far more reasonable thing is to see what we've been seeing. And it doesn't matter that some white conservatives are pouring one out for Target windows, and because Target cash registers got tipped over. Lives are at stake here. That's what this is about. That's what this is about, 100%. He is never coming back. George Floyd is never coming back. Men like him are never coming back. This is what I wanted to showcase in this clip. You're going to hear a ton of people spreading rumors about rioters, spreading rumors about dangerous black people who are disrupting the legacy of George Floyd by doing what they're doing. But the fact of the matter is that the legacy is not just about him. It's about all those people and all those communities affected. And I stand 100% in solidarity with the people in Minneapolis. And I'm going to post a link in the description to the Minnesota Freedom Fund, which is basically a fund dedicated to raising money to help those who will be criminalized as a result of their just civil disobedience. Remember, you're going to see a ton of people here disregard what actually happened when police officers took the life of an innocent black man. And they're going to focus on how, the corporate capitalist system that underpins police assaults on black men is somehow the victim here because some targets got bopped in Minneapolis. It's BS. Keep your eyes on the prize, and the eyes on the prize is justice for George Floyd, for his family, and for all African Americans and marginalized people. And frankly, the eye on the prize is those police officers going to jail.